利维坦对上 G2， 两队都已经晋级大师赛，这场赢的将在明天对上100T 争夺美洲冠军。这场超级精彩，峰回路转，绝对让你意想不到。
Common position for the Gecko ult.
And he's going to be alone when he's doing it still. He's just holding it with the rifle in play. Tex, he just bats them away. Eventually traded, but seriously, the damage is done. Seekers have to be offloaded here just to try and clear out a path into the side. aspas with a lovely movement, but just can't quite land those shots towards it still. Impeccable with the flash into the back. Trent! That's monstrous from him. Just exits out of it and even expects where King is going to be lurking his way back into the fight. And the fray, but the movement does him justice. With King surviving, it brings it into the 1v1. He just doesn't know where Icy is.
Have to get back in as well. The nade could just deny this.
Yeah, but I don't think Icy knows he's planting there. He's holding, spotted, King. Look at the draw with surviving now on a slight jump spot. Still the boom bot in his hands. Util spotting him now. Flying forwards and careening, but the rifles are going to have to do the job with the Sancho to set it up. Icy available in his back pocket. Now going to be choosing to send it. Eventually plucked out of the sky, but he does go 1-for-1 with the mosh pit following through. There's no attempt of a flood. It's shut down in a moment with the orbital strike. Backing away. Icy this fuse running out, running dry. Has to send it. Flying towards the back wall, but it's just making a bit of a racket. Not touch more beyond it. Okay, the rifle still. Fallon creeping his way forwards into the 1v1, but he doesn't expect it. Reposition of Mazzino. Hella risky though. They don't actually have prior showers control, but it looks like they want to send it. Trailblazer forwards right from behind as well. Rockets for a rocket exchange of that firepower. But it's Icy who's the one who does come up with the kill. Maybe a little bit more. These flashes in play. King, they know he's there. The Dizzy already isolated that position, just firing off that stray shot. Mazzino! Mazzino! What is that? From the brink. A chance to salvage the round. He's got here in Icy's position. He's got the orbital strike. Shut down. Oh,
Nightmare 1v1 to win.
Yeah. Mazzino just tucked himself over.
Look at
that is ridiculous.
Look at this is what I'm talking about.
That is ridiculous.
Look at that.
If he doesn't hit that, Mazzino just, plays time, ring around the rosy. He's got the ult. Way harder to win for Valid. That is a nasty shot. Maybe now the call to get that clear, late going. Wingman will start to defuse, at least with the process, and the Dizzy in play, in process. Tech's already getting this. Having to defuse, looking to break this one. Wingman finally dealt with. But Lev, winning out these fights, potentially not quite. Com. It's going to be the last one left in a 1v3. Now, there has been a decent amount of damage, but it comes out of hitting it. It's a little bit precarious and tenuous. Still, time has been bought for him. All that work done. Off on the round and a bound! That is absurd. A shot to the brain of Valin. Only the wall saving him, but he doesn't land it. And still panic. Now beginning to settle. Has he bought enough?
I don't think he's got
It's
time.
so damn narrow! It's guarded for now. Into the post plant we go. Nades. Like I said, a little bit late and delayed, but now doubled up. Lev looking to try and take some fights together. It's going to have to be that firepower that bails you out of this spot. Molly rebounding, orb to be propped up and placed up! Snake bite, forced them way out into the open for King. An easy collection of two. A tap onto it, Molly over the top. Don't think that's going to be rebounding. Time's going to be bought as well. G2 should be able to just play to this one now as well. Just not really facing too much. The Molly surely doing the work of a mosh pit. Send flying up and over 2v2. Beautiful with the crosshair placement again. It's that time against him. As the ring just descends onto that spike, aspas realizes it, the time is up for any chance to win that round. He is quite vulnerable in that spot. If they get squeezed and lose showers control, Flash is good with the connection, but Com, he topples almost as immediately as you go. King now just trying to play inside the dominated positions. Jonah P, flick at the wrist and snap straight to the dome. Orbital strike, forced out nice and early, but that won't stop the plan from going down, and aspas even to commit. Oh! What? Leaping boundless straight past it.
How is Leaf still alive?
How the hell is that a -8? Another pit of their own. Drop down mosh pit. Leaf trying to leap out of the way. Lev have cleaned this one up almost entirely now.
It's flipping around, but look at Jonah P coming around behind showers. There is no way that Tex is thinking about this, but they haven't broken the wingman.
Not at all.
Broken the wingman.
And it's still diffusing. Broken in the final moments. Jonah P on 23 health, but he needs to play it out in the open. And he's not doing it. Doesn't call the block. Full stick.
It really should have been. Especially when this ult finds nothing.
Oh yeah, you're kidding me.
I mean, how is that not getting a kill when it's on top of the bench there as well? It just gets, it vanishes into textures unknown only to the deepest of depths.
Going for a double fight here. Maybe even potentially the bait and switch. Satchel across by Icy, immediately punished, and more so than that, it's a sand crunch right from behind. Colliding and crashing right into them. GT will seek to at least maybe carve out a path into the round, but with the spike drop down, very limited in terms of the options. We'll try and force these fights and force them well. Flash deep into it, into the back of the side. Leave! How are you managing that? Stay by still, bit of vulnerability there. At least burning for the toes. Repositions, doubled up, damage done. Could be anyone's game still with the spike even dropped down in his position. Util in your hands, what are you playing at? Leave! Into that 1v1, wingman broken, 14 seconds. Gotta get a move on, but he does not know where Tex is. 11 left, knives out now, getting a full run and sprint forwards and back towards the site. Safety.
I think he's got to know that the play is long by now, otherwise Tex would have been shooting him in the back.
Surely would have punished him. And Tex is weak enough himself. Have G2 really done enough to carve out a spot for success in this round? They're really going to be seeking to take a fight here. Players could be watching, but no, their backs open to it! Punishment! And Trent, I mean, he was just locked into the animation.
Couldn't be better though, the read, it's excellent. Even though G2 were modifying what they were doing with that thrash.
King from the back is trying to seek for some noise and a timing, an off-angle fight by Icy, not favored. Leaf is low enough here and he just can't quite collect it.
The reaction from G2 down short, right? And now Lev, can they deny plan?
Get up the gut, Boombot leading it forward. As a nade!
Even better!
I mean, it only seeks to deny the plan, but it catches the player instead.
Molly as well. I mean, Lev, the adaptations, their protocols, they're just working so much better than they were at the start.
Surely this is it, with a flash and a peek. No way! G2!
What a recovery!
Managing to at least find a foothold into the round. Ridiculous stuff come from the side, must be round and wide. 14-12. Into Mazzino, who's just locked himself down into mid. There is no attempt at the plan just yet.
He's waiting for the mid lurk. He knows that there's going to be one, and he's found it. Great awareness from Lev before the plan.
Jonah P might be able to sneak himself into another one. Slight spot, and no one is wise to it. Combining it together, him and Trent. Really just Jonah P.
30 seconds left.
Mazzino. How do you know where this guy was playing now? It's just out in the open, seeking a fair fight, but he will not be given it. G2 too good with the discipline. Down the setup, but not before the cages are sent up and flying. Dart revealing, but weaving in and out. Valen. Definitive chances for him to do the most and leave this guy. I mean, he's just the actual imposter in the midst of them. But as the war fades away, so do some of the chances, maybe, for Leviathan. King, gonna try and bail them out. Carve out a path for success. Trent is left alone in a 1v2. A flood attempt from this team brings it down to this. Only advantage Trent has, which is Spike being down, but he's missed the timing. There's a chance there for the shot wide and out! The player's not ready!
Look at this. Recon thrown through. Finds the timing just as King swings out from pillar. And Com's crosshair placement is off. Mazzino one away from his KO ultimate. And so, I think that's why they've
started to flash
the setup.
Real proactivity!
Oh, that's amazing.
And a delayed dart! We're gonna light them all up. Icy set up for a quick two-piece.
The 2v4. How do King and Mazzino work this?
Valen way ahead of the pack, but you're right. How do they work this particular spot?
Icy going into ult here does give them opportunities to gather info, but it does mean that that double up, Valen has to go and fight with Leaf now so that there's the buddy system intact.
Lost the one, Cosmic Divide. Split up the site, forcing a play now out of these players. No one to really disrupt this one. Who is going to be holding the wall? Mazzino catches the first, catches the second, right through the wall. King! It's beautiful. Magnificent work from them. Jonah P blooms and blossoms the orb. A tap as well. Just wondering where Mazzino's position could be played. And out in the open. What a turn of events here. It's almost too readable here for Lev. Shot down close, just in case. The Trips is still up here. Nepal and a snake bite. Combined might. Can't get past the choke point here, but lit up gives him an opportunity. Trent, take it out with a wall bang. Still playing a bit of patience for G2. Slow this one down here. Give them access to the site. Still open fight as well to be taken on these sightlines, but it's only Com who's left alive. will try and get this plan down as well, but the back sticking out means he's even denied.
And then you've still got the snake bite that comes through from Jonah P right before.
Approach. Valen, though, is cut it up. Still this war they've got to deal with. They don't really know how far these players have actually committed, but impeccable work. Lee for the crosshair placement. Drops up and props up that cage, but still aspas claims it's one of the kills. 4v4 now, Pit. Dropped down by King. In through the back lines, and Valen, a necessary agent there. He's trying to sow some chaos, but he's not able to get it done. Clone ignored. Decay still there. King gives up the Pit because they know exactly where Icy is. Spammed away, bullet type down to single digits. Clears it, and aspas is eager to take some of that space. Map control for them. Hunter's Fury here. Popped off in time, Mazzino. He will survive, but a moment and a distraction is necessary. The Tex to just be causing all sorts of issues. And still not aware of it. aspas, a deep pushed up position from all of that. Prior util onto the side. Tay cannot win the fight. Tap goes the rifles, but eventually the team there to clean it up. Angle. Do they spot the player towards the back? It's a pull. Oh, Icy in danger. Certainly so, and more so. G2, they just can't quite really handle these kills. Leaf even a bit tenuous there into the mid angle. They are dropping like flies. Jonah P, how have you managed that?
Exactly, see all of it from Icy's POV.
What's happening there?
Yeah, they're not aware of a recon dart that gets thrown in. Nobody breaks it. Icy's way ahead of the rest of his team. Oh, aware of this kind of stuff, but this is different.
Yeah, okay. I mean, a bit of a fake gate crash. It was a knife that stunted the initial push, with Valen also falling and toppling Dart. Gonna be really aware. Look at it. Just gives a perfect time for Mazzino to spray down through into the smoke. What away from the ult, by the way.
Worth him chasing for the glory and for the ult.
And for the ace. But are they gonna leave him alive? I mean, aspas has got one bullet left. Oh.
And off for aspas.
30 секунд. Остался один
Lovely round from Mazzino there.
Yeah, it is.
But round 16. This is where we see whether the comeback is real or not.
Throw now straight through. King is locked in this position here. Bit of a one and done now, and the approach comes down into the double door angle. How does Train go down to the util? Still, Mazzino is ducking and dodging it. King! This guy was never in trouble.
The chops and changes on this roster and its evolution into a super team. Look at that. He's been so great to smoke.
Don't get worried about the time here for G2.
King could win the round again.
I absolutely could. Still locking it down here. Even with the pistols in hand, it's a beautiful flash. He managed not! Bats it away.
Better to be lucky than good, and King's got both, hasn't he?
12 seconds left. Leaf, gotta go down here. Take a fight. Don't want to be saving that one into the next, so this is levels in the back pocket. Cornucopia of it.
Exactly. This is G2's opportunity to stop the momentum now that they have a bunch of ultimates online. King's been a menace, though, dominating towards A main.
Players to get a move on. Dimensional drift up. Gonna be spotting out aspas, in fact, with a body block damage. Done. It's the assist setting up aspas! Oh, this guy will not be removed. I see. Still something to say about it, though. Get themselves onto the site, the pit down into the post.
This
There are
pit,
chances here.
this pit is difficult to play around as the post planter because you just get surrounded. Aspas on top. Turret mode.
Yeah, they weren't expecting that one. I think aspas updrafted just behind the Cosmic Divide. Obfuscated it. Any intent that he was going to be playing perched up. Now it leaves it to Jonah P. He's got the pit to maneuver around. Finds the first, finds a second. 5 HP. Molly, straight to the sky. Now retreats to a more defensible position. Spamming away. aspas. Options running out.
Time.
Jonah P. This is a masterclass from him, and yep, time has run out.
Outrageous from Jonah P.
Could not hunt him out of the pit, could not stiff him out.
Oh, and the operator goes as well.
30 seconds.
30 seconds
G2.
left.
Which direction? King spotted. Sees two. Going for the refight. Com. Drop down. Sat down towards the spectator seat. Almost the entirety for them, and guess what? They're going to be exiting them soon enough.
I know exactly.
Just G2 on the precipice here of taking this map. Make it nice and even, 1-1 here in this best of 5 lower finals. And there it is. Final kill of the Mazzino will seal it. Comes down to seeing if the shots can get hit and nailed. Com there, still holding for the walk. Mazzino just goes down to it. don't know where he is with a spike drop down as well. What a critical mistake now here. The G2 players see if they can hold their ground. Reckoning this will supplement at least for them to try and get the fight going. Forwards, they're expecting that Com could be onto that angle already. 12 seconds, they're barreling over them. Has to be brute force, Valen. A nasty transfer.
Spike planted.
Lease of life, King snaps it back around. Going to be escaping and evacuating, waiting for the rest of his team. Says he didn't see anything, but now it's time for the Thrash at least, sending it forwards and flying.
Cascade, cut off the top of the line.
It did indeed. And now that flank timing, it pays off massively. Right from behind, but they need to kill at least the crucial targets. It's King who's got this pit state. Right back up, aspas into the back of sight.
Lovely reaction here to fight aggressive in the post plant.
And Leaf knows it. He's got to try and back away here. There's the 3 players that he's being accosted and assailed onto the position. aspas, this guy is deadly. Just trying to run them all the way down. They flipped the map almost entirely. Time ticking.
They've left King, and King can actually defend the defuse.
Time is ticking. King still with a snake bite. Pit will fall. I think they've done enough, surely. Positioning out of nowhere. Hunter's Fury. Forced out at Com. He doesn't even know if he doesn't have it. It's a classic in the face. What the hell?
And they cascade off the turret. So as they come through the flank, Lev call a really nice
They
reaction.
want to use a lockdown for the post?
Yeah, you're looking to try to use lockdown here for the retake, but Lev will try to deny it. aspas is already on top of screens.
Yeah. Finding forwards.
So G2, they need to be investing Harbor Ult here to even... Oh, I was going to say to get the lockdown into position, but they choose a passive one.
Used in kind, pound for pound. Respect going to be shown.
Yeah, and this doesn't get G2 the space that they're looking for. Everyone on Lev is still going to be on site here. This Harbor Ult has got to be massive from Valen.
Take it back up again once more, Reckoning. Has to clear its way through here, but a stun's connecting. Comms there, spray. Not quite online for King. Still aspas, high ground. Backs himself away. In this one into the 3v3, already Nanoswarm deaded off. Icy on the defuse.
The Nanoswarm
at least with the
missed.
wingman, it did miss, but denying at least the wingman still. They got to know the wall, the position have to be guarded. The G2 surely doing it. No way! Tex! That's monstrous!
King could both win the round independently here.
Comes down to it.
Mazzino's got no help.
Mazzino, he still can't get this plant down. King finds it, plucks him out, but the Hunter's Fury will follow it anyway.
Unusual position for someone to get caught by that, and look at this. Com going for the same flank he just went on again.
Just flanks on flanks, Com.
The school of always be flanking.
Exactly, this time switching it up here, but Mazzino already rips away the life of Leaf. Trent follows it up onto aspas, still 2v2, damage done. And Wingman defusing, they can free up their guns now, they can watch this one in a different direction, and Com forced to reveal himself. Dart, it's there. Still the onus being onto G2, but for now, Com is not on the position, and Icy knows it, sticking it. Just trying to play his life, the rest of G2 moving together. Thrash, round 2 this time, King. Few shots fired. They know that he's under there, but how do they fight it out? Is he dealt with? Dropping down, trade online, 3v3 still. They've got a lot more to clear than that. Wingman on the defuse, has to be broken. Snake by Shotdown! What game are we watching? What game are they playing? Still gunplay in the works. Already got half, I believe, onto it. aspas! Not enough with the Blade Storm pull.
In this final moment, look at this shock molly on the fly, it's so good.
Yeah.
Mazzino just has
Cooking it up.
no clue that was coming towards him.
Last player standing.
Very impressive.
In the delay, distraction being called, Wingman plant, surely not being stopped. Final bullet eventually does it. G2 seeming to win this one out, and aspas now has to become that difference maker. Too many targets. He just can't quite land the shots. Full reload has to be committed. He has done the damage, but no kills collected. Left finally turning up the heat, but it's answered right back at them. Doubled up, and Com falls. Is aspas going to be able to get some kills, or what? What's going on here? They didn't really want him to survive. Hello, aspas. Good kills, actually. This is going to be doing some damage to the economy. Enough to stay alive, though. He's going to be saving that shit.
Nice try.
In there, intent Hardy, making a lot of noise up and over towards the A side. Com gonna let loose at least with a few straight bullets, but the positions are being at least found here from a few of these players. Jonah P finally claimed and taken out, but traded towards the back there by Com. He's doing a significant amount of damage to them, but leaves it into a 2-on-2 rifle. Advantage here for Lev, but it is being whittled down to just this. aspas versus Trent. Any upgrade inside for Trent. He's going to be repositioning. Swap of the gun. No reload necessary for aspas, but he's just trying to sniff out where Trent is, and he's lurked himself around the back. Missing each other. Ships in the night. Updraft. And now that spots it. Oh, Trent! He can't hit it. Can't claim it. Pistols out in play, but aspas is the one.
Breaking that drone drove them into A, but it hasn't. They're going for the B ring.
What?
What is that? The double kill.
I mean, just lets the rifle rip.
Re-clear.
They
have hit the weak side of LEV's defense.
And King, good awareness from him. He's going to drop down this pit, locks it all out, funnels them directly into Tex.
30 seconds
But
left.
Tex doesn't win it. Should have been a slam dunk for him. Covert. This will be a safe plant up. Now King, feeling like he really needs to take the fight to them. Reckoning is going to be forced out. Just to make sure that to get that peace of mind, it's going to be used equally on either side. Mazzino using it, but he can't quite spot these players. And where are the golden trails, King?
Last player
They both fall.
Harbor v Harbor.
Mazzino versus Valen. Cascade forwards. And again, how many of these rounds have come down to these minute timings? It's all about who takes the fight first. Valen, surely got to imagine it's got that advantage. Code needs to be bursted, and you can afford to stick this to a degree. Mazzino! Bit of more than he can chew. What are they going to be doing? Fighting them forwards. Dizzy doesn't actually connect here, and a kill found. aspas doesn't get out of there. Thrash, Hunter's Fury! It connects with the Mazzino. The Thrash will clear, give them that peace of mind. Com, it's a high ground position, and he needs the value, but that double peak, there was inevitable really there for him. Valen ripping the head clean off. Tex and King forced to do the most in this spot here, but with G2 in the post. I see you shaking your head, Josh. You already know it's done and dusted.
It certainly looks like it. Icy's even got that second wave of Thrash, but Tex opening things will certainly help. A little bit of spam there.
But like you said, it's the second wave of the Thrash. What have they even got to deal with this one? Moving forwards with the mosh pit. It's entertainment in the corner. There's nothing you can do here, King. You'd have to pull out a miracle. A lot of the util has been pulled out, but the time ticking away now with the spike. Kills unafforded. No easy access to them. Someone's gonna get on top of this one. Tex with a defuse. Sticking now. Half earned. But with King dropped.
No way.
Tex! No way!
That's outrageous!
Get the hell out of here!
Leviathan have just stolen this one away! No right whatsoever to this. They didn't believe that this first tap was real. I think that's the big problem.
No way.
And somehow the jiggles from Tex.
Does he getting that connection onto at least the two of the players, missing the shots. Comes down to these fights and how you take them together. G2 making sure that they just try and fight this one here, but Valen gets caught just a slight off angle, not aware of the top nest position. 1v2. It's Jonah P. Wants to try and clutch this one up with the util flying forwards in his face.
Nowhere
one was
near.
shy of the mark. But Jonah P is forced to stick it to have any chance of winning in the round and win the map. The util's broken. Dizzy dealt with. Still forward! Cobb sprays down two of them as easily as that. With the wingman sent forwards, flying forwards. King, he deals with it with deft hands still. Tex is there. Reset of the aim. 1v1! And another map!
Well, the times in the round, rather, where G2 called the pause, and King notices that, finds a peek and grabs Icy.
Okay, gets out as well. Timing's being caught and captured. The players are dropping in. It's a 2 versus 2 with a spike in the middle of nowhere. King, 13 health, has to back away, thinking the position was at least going to be pressured and pushed back. Jonah P still watchful, one eye on it. The timing taken through the smoke could be everything, but it looks like King not really interested in it. Sheriff in hand! And a bit of whiffage from Valen, it is everything. It hands over the rifle and puts all the pressure now onto Jonah P. Yes, the plant is down.
It actually didn't hand over the rifle. Mazzino didn't go for it.
Assuming maybe that it was already doubled up. Jonah P, snappy, not expecting it, but Mazzino just reveals himself.
And even if the Nightfall...
Whoa, okay,
Wait a second.
I mean, it goes back and forth, at least with the guns in their hands. But still, the pit hasn't been dislodged. Still, Mazzino taking the fight! And that is explosive. Erupting into the back of the site, making sure that he can pave the way to at least a chance of success in the pit. aspas. It's creeping forward slowly. Jonah P lets it drop down now, but his position is known. Noted. Snakebite rebounds round. Mazzino! What a time to come alive. What a playmaker. Doesn't expect the position of Valen, though. Takes him out there, bullet to the side. Maybe seeing both of these players just drop to the side. King using his ult, but he's out wide in the open. way ahead of it before it even blooms and blossoms, and Valen has been handed the perfect chance and opportunity, but aspas!
Has he got it?
I don't know.
He does!
Time ticking away, I believe the set was stringing beforehand, so aspas, man! The trails, Tex, gonna be concerned with this one. There's gonna be a Prowler just latching onto him from the side, so cut away. Used in kind with the util, Paranoia sweeping through and around, not aware of it, Jonah P, almost making magic out of the moment. Professor in action, but eventually gone. 2v2 now. Nade rebounds. Got to be aware of this one. It could be that peak timings, and it all comes down to the fight. 1 versus 1. King cannot deliver. You two are going to be able to get this plant down. Not the most ideal of post-plant scenario. Still, keep the rifles out. Door opened up. Hello! Seen something like that before, Mazzino. This guy just seems to just be creating blessings out of thin air. And now the heat's being turned up. G2, got to be worried about this one. You're losing grip and reality of the round itself. It's not going your way. Valid, pressing forwards and around. Can win the fight out, can hit the shot. And Com,
Get the
he sees to the fade. It's the only thing he can do. Is he going to be following the trend?
Look at this, creeping all the way up on the jiggle peak.
And a punish inside, a punish inside! Squandered! Enough to stop them and enough for the refight to be called, but they might just be getting bitten through into the side. Satchel, Icy has to evacuate and back his position. It's being noted and found out, picked apart and pulled apart. Out towards the back of that side. Lev, in the midst of all of this one, have found themselves an advantage. King with the plant now as well, into the back of the side. A right click from Leaf, reload, plenty of time, but eventually with the punish. Jonah P dropping down. You know exactly where he is.
And converting a 4v5 on top of it too. This looks like specific prep to me. We don't need to see each.
Oh, upgrade. King though, surely gets that. What is occurring?
So individual the way that Lev are playing this post plant. They're not doubling up, not bodying up.
Nade, that's gonna be catching on to Com. No way! The Sheriff is singing right now in the hands of Icy. And you're really going to be delivering a death blow like this. Mazzino twists and turns around and abound. This guy with only 5 bullets left. He's going to make the most of everything that finds the timing. Jonah P's hoping and praying that he can get away with just a snake bite sent flying and forwards. A spas movement. A little bit whiffy, but eventually getting that kill.
2 players hiding in smokes here.
Valen holding some util too. It's a flash and a nade. Rebounds. Calm. He can't see anything here. Should just get blown up. Kills. Flowing in this time. It's a kill feed that's filled up entirely with green. Rocket offloaded against the back wall and misses wide. Any sort of sight.
Leaf could just rip the lockdown here.
Yep, and with 26 seconds to go already, decision is going to be made. Lockdown emanating out. No kill to be found out towards Tree, but the trade is on intact and on point. Lev still trying to fight over this one. The players are going to get detained. They are way overstaying their welcome. And there's a detainment. 2 locked down. They have to be defended from these Tree players still. In the middle of all of it, they get the plant down into the post. And somehow no one else falling. Boom button and Paranoia, a little bit too low for it. Tap onto it by Icy. King holds his ground down. What a shot to hit. Icy, half onto it already. Onto the defuse knife for forwards. No more sound cues. And you have to play this on forward. Mazzino! Icy! He got it! No way!
Look at this.
1 enemy remaining.
That's just a half being gathered. I mean, listen. Not sure why it says Icy at the top, but it was Valen who stuck it in the end. It was Icy that did all the work.
Yeah, and look.
Sent forward, stair position, gained and granted. Aspas is taking risks when he's on such low HP, and a critical kill at that. Icy, fall and door open wide, but where is this plant even going for? He can stick this one again. Trent, half onto it. Wants to nice this one. Now this one broken. Breaking! Another one!
He's trying to wrap around heaven. He doesn't realize this was a flood. There was a big communication problem, I think, here for Lev. They had no realization of what the pace of G2's play was. Yeah, much better post-plant. Now that the plant is better itself.
Nade has to be dodged around. A sees though, there was that connection. Aspas, he can't hear any of these sound cues. Doesn't know if the players are going to be quickly approaching that position. Looking around, heads on swivels. They haven't cleared Aspas. Smoke, drop down. Jonah P. He's plucking apart the teammates right now on the insurance policy. That is Aspas. He has to get traded. He does. G2. It's overwhelming.
Crushing defeat. But we'll save those concerns for the next half. Put a pin in it. And take a look at how G2 play this one.
No way!
Amazing the re-clear with the bounce flash.
The players all just collected up together, lined them up. Ripe for the taking. Valen.
Player standing.
He's going to put down a disadvantage that his team has got, but This point too little too late. Leaf, peace of mind there. Now here comes the dart. Hunter's Fury, aspas in his position. Spotted out up, trapped, can't evade it.
What a prediction.
Beautiful work by Trent. Just sending the Hunter's Fury sky high, and there's all the value you could really ask for. Door shut down in your face, Mazzino. Won't be able to spray that one down here. G2 be able to get this plant now.
And thus activates Leaf on the lurk. He's got no killjoy utility to have to worry about.
Paranoia delaying. A lot of players tuck themselves deep into hell.
It's just to buy time for Leaf.
It really is, and Leaf got a bit of insurance policy. He's taking his sweet time with things. Might even be missing one of his own. Finally jumping up right behind. And the hit comes through. Damage done. Taking away the lives and away from them. It's a feed that's filled with red. Just delaying them. Lev running out of time here. Getting down to the final moments of really what makes it even possible to try and play this one retaken. But the smoke's dropped up in their faces. There's no fights that are be given freely. It's tooth and nail in terms of the approach. They just can't quite get themselves into it. And the fight's taken by Valen. He'll step up to the challenge. We'll get that latch there onto aspas, pushed out of the smoke. Just from the nade, it's Tex. Takes a little bit of a peek and also takes a head clean off the shoulders. Valen will be able to stand up to this one now. And with the weaponry, maybe you can make a decent go of things here if you're left. Leaping right in, nobody covering the back. Ankles, Mazzino! Well, indicated that they were taking mid either, other than the big sprint at the beginning. Those shots are this. G2 gonna be calling to try and go into a split attempt at their own uptrap dash and a movement. Clean enough, but aspas really can't hold a candle to this guy in this type of form. Sky's
No recon
breakers.
breakers.
Rotating away, the recon connection potentially there with the Hunter's Fury. Trying to play this one through and through. Icy cannot be cut up and corner out of this angle, but Lev, man! These crossfire setups, picking the right timings, in and out of the smokes. Mazzino!
Trent, 22 seconds. They can't wait for that.
It's a flash. Paranoia at least going to be flying right through them onto the heaven angles here, but now doubled up into hell, dropping down. Icy doesn't want to take the first fight just yet to them. Still with the smoke in their face. Valen is going to be sticking this one. Already got half, and he's earning them just this bailout, but nobody pushing them off again. It's daylight robbery or lose.
The pistols and the post plans have been a nightmare. The timing is just off. aspas is inside the smoke.
Their attack side, the options are limited. Hunter's Fury have come. This will have to set this one up, and it's a cross-map dart. Dodging away, the dance, and dicing with death himself, really, but still being able to supplant himself as the angry player. Leave!
30 seconds
Oh, he's
left.
really overstaying his welcome and somehow still gets the one. Trent has not been removed. 25 seconds left. Flash in his face. That was an attempt to try and set him up. And Mazzino's just donated the spike. Mincemeat evaporated.
And Com can kind of distract. It's almost better to play an aggressive angle here for Com.
Okay,
Play
we'll let
King in.
loose. Valen! Snaps to the side, 90 degrees in a double face with the updraft. G2 favored now in their approach. Chopping away, slicing out control of the map here from Lev as the smoke fades away. The blades just really whittling and whistling past the heads here. Lev still managing to get it done in the process.
What is going on there? Hunter's Fury early, so now they've got a free lockdown.
Okay, I mean, drop down here. We'll see it being utilized. Tex, he immediately just drops it down. No one can play this one by G2.
Oh, that's a big mistake, I think, from G2. Big mistake. They could have been set up in a great position to flood defend. They had the paranoia, they had the player advantage, but now players have slipped into spots where they won't be expected.
And they got to clear aspas. That's at least step one of it. The master plan in action. Tex still holding on to control of Tree just in case they try and go for the lockdown retake, but they realize there's really no time for it. Smoke propped up, no one breaks it. Valen sticking, there's no way he does this again. There's just no way.
No, not again.
Player advantage be dumped, man. G2 up to 10.
And deaded it, but the second one missed and the first got broken.
Yeah.
I think that's what must have happened there.
They got to hear this one now. A lot of footsteps moving into their general direction. King always got to narrowly sidestep all of this one, but it could be a great time to just pounce onto everybody. Reload. No! Smoke fades out into the open. And Lev the spike. Where is it? Drop down into the spawn, for God's sake. Don't have side control. Anchoring players need to be dealt with. Tex. He swings in, oscillating wildly, backs and forth. Spike still, though, not obtainable. Com getting a move on, getting a run on, 20 seconds left. It really does come down to this. How can he even find this one? Trent, tucked close to the corner. Does it get cleared? Plant, stuck. Trent, ice cold. Doesn't take the peek until this final moment. Enough damage done.
Can't be happening! It just can't be happening!
ducking and dodging away from this one with the flash to try and carve out any sort of access onto the side. Leave from the back lines! This guy! He's just ruined them and wrecked them.
10 seconds
Pulled
left.
apart with only 10 seconds left to spare. The spike has to be planted. King, he smokes himself off in the position here, but G2 have the numbers advantage. And now they're feeling it, empowered and fired up from that one. 11 to 11 over the B.
Tex just is hovering around in B main with the spike. How is he actually going to get in?
I don't know. It's still being held. The spike's dropped down. Trent,
Spike down,
good awareness. Dart dropped down just behind him because he knows that King is within the vicinity. But how do they deal with this one? This one singular element. King, the IGL flashed up in his face. He supported util as well. He can't find it. Still a kill is there. Gone with the classic. Don't know where he pulled it from. 3v3. No command. Radiates out. Emanates out. Lev getting a move on now, moving into it, but again the anchoring positions. Valin is here, ready and waiting. And so what is the call? Lev, indecisive right now, but still with 50 seconds to spare. They can afford to slow this one down, but they just want to go for it. And G2, they force the issue.
Spike down.
The
Mid.
12th round at this point, they want it. They're hungry for it. Pushed around too much over the course of this series. But the drone has to be spotted. Rifle picked up now. Wants to get active, wants to get into the fight. Face forwards! King throws his life away and with it. Any chances of the round? The path to redemption and revenge against his 100 Thieves squad in the grand finals. It all comes down to this. And desperation on display, I think, from Com, sending it flying forwards at the spike drop down. Every moment going away at G2 here. But when it matters most, they are closing it out.
30 seconds left.
A 5v2. And Leviathan, the super team, trying to climb back with
They need more than that,
individual
though.
play.
It's only down to one, and it will be shut down. G2!